Hey fly tyers, thanks for tuning in today. This is Tying Tuesdays with AvidMax and my name is Brady. We're going to show you how to tie the hare's ear fly today, just a standard gold bead hare's ear. Very effective fly. It imitates a lot of different stuff and you can fish it pretty wide range of the year. So we're going to tie this on the 1710 Daiichi nymph hook. This is a 1X long, I believe, 2X long actually for this pattern. And then we're going to use, for the tail and as well as the wing casing or the thorax is going to be our natural colored pheasant tail. We're going to rib our fly today with some brassy size gold wire. And then we're going to use the hare's mask and we're going to dub up. You can also use just the pre-made hare's ear for the body of the fly. And then we'll finish it off with a little bit of flashback there using this pearlescent tinsel. We started out with just a little bit of lead wire. This is the 010 size lead wire, and I just wrapped about 10 wraps and pushed it up into that tungsten bead that we're using here. And from there we can start our thread right behind it. And we're gonna make just a little bit of a ramp up onto that lead wire, keep it in place. It's very easy to kind of wrap in between the lead wire and then it all flares out on you. So if you build a little ramp and then kind of go up onto it, just makes for a nice transition. Also helps develop that taper that you're looking for in tying these guys. So once we got that kind of fixed in place the way we like it, I have the natural pheasant tail here, and I like the natural color on the hare's ears that I do. Traditionally you use the actual coarse ear hairs for this pattern, hence the name hare's ear. But I like to substitute pheasant tail sometimes. It's just quick and easy. So we'll figure out our length here. Measure right about that hook shank, transfer it back, and then tie it down. And we'll tie down right to the hook bend, and that on top. Then we can trim out our excess, and I'm going to save this excess material for my backing. So we'll clean that up just a little bit here and then add our ribbing, which is going to be in this situation that brassy gold wire. You can do tinsel, some different style flashy materials, just something to rib out the fly. But I find that just the gold ribbed kind of traditional hare's ear fishes just as well as all the other variations that you can tie. So kind of once we have that fixed there on the side, then we'll start dubbing our body. And this is going to be the hare's ear. And so this is where that kind of the package of material comes into play. Just has it all pre-dubbed for you. You don't have to do that yourself, peeling it off the mask. So it makes things quick and easy again. And I'm going to use this Loon low tack flax along with it. Avoid using my saliva in this situation because I did just put that lead on the front. So that dubbing noodle going, and we'll just start to build up the taper to our body. So this is a very buggy pattern and kind of want to gradually work up that taper. So we'll do a few noodles here and work our way up to that thorax. You'll see those coarse hairs kind of coming up and sticking out, and that's a good thing in a lot of situations. I tend to trim mine out, and then at the end we can pick it back out and get that bugginess of the hare's ear pattern. Okay, so once we're back up towards the front here, we're going to bring our wire up. Just make a place to kind of lock it down. Nice clean area there. Straight up to the front of this fly. 3 or 4 times there. And then capture it off. Can spin it and break it out of there. Brassy sometimes takes a couple more turns than your small or your extra small, but it still will break off. And then from here, we're going to add our flash material, which is that pearlescent tinsel. This is the large size, right on the back. I like to just hold mine kind of in place straight on the back and then lock it in. And then we'll do the same thing with some of that leftover pheasant tail as more of kind of a natural backing with the flash right on top of it. It's a very effective fly. It can be tied in a range of sizes, large all the way to small, just depending on kind of what you're imitating, whether it be a big old stonefly, golden stone, or some smaller mayflies and other variety of aquatic insects. So now that we're at the front on that thorax, I want to kind of develop a real picky area up here at the front. So we're going to do a dubbing loop. So to do that, we just capture some thread with our finger, go back up and over, and then we'll lock it down, and this will be a locked dubbing loop. We can use our rising dubbing loop tool, the Gallop dubbing loop tool, which I really like. Has a bodkin on the other side, which you can change out the needle on if it goes dull on you, if you want it to be a little bit sharper. Just a really handy tool. So we'll lock our thread out of the way here with a couple of quick half hitch maneuvers, and then bring our caddy around. So now we're going to take a good bit of that same hare's ear, and we're just going to kind of form it a little bit and place it in our dubbing loop. See here, I have a good amount of material there, and just kind of in a rectangular shape. And then we'll open up the dubbing loop and just slide it right up in there. Once you have it in the dubbing loop, you can kind of play with it a little bit before you spin it, get it to be the taperer that you want, like so. And then we'll give the tool a spin and lock it into that loop. I always like to kind of pick out the excess and leave it, pick out the duffy parts and leave the picky parts kind of sticking out there. Okay, and then we're gonna use our rotary vise and just 3 or 4 wraps up to the front of the bead before we capture that and tie it off. You can see it's all flaring real nicely there. That's what we were looking for, and utilizing the dubbing loop as opposed to just making a dubbing noodle there. So we'll turn that off now that we're done with it. Lock it all down, and then bring our backing material over and get that into place. When I do my pheasant tail, I like to kind of pull it and just get it flattened out there on top. A couple quick wraps. Turn that out, and then bring the flash over as well. If you want, you could bypass the pheasant tail underneath. That flash is going to cover it up pretty well. I like the dark color that it kind of adds to the flash and doing it this way. Trim out that, and then we'll whip finish it, and then we can kind of pick out our body and get it to look the way that we want it to here. Ooh. Things moving around on me a little bit. There we go. So I like to kind of just pull everything down as if it's your legs, and kind of get it, all the unwieldy ones to kind of be where you want them to. But there is your finished flashback gold beaded hare's ear.
All of the materials and tools that you saw in the video today are available through AvidMax.com.
If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and drop a comment below. For more fly fishing and outdoor related videos, be sure to subscribe to the AvidMax YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there.